Hello students, now we are going to study the next exercise of your course, that is 24 and 25th, which is related to study of behavior. Now basically we are going to study the behavior of individual in terms of educational psychology. That means we are going to study it in terms of the learning experience, learning abilities of the individuals. So, in this topic, we are going to study the definition and a different domain of behavior. Now, basically, definition of behavior we are going to study, and the domain, that is cognitive domain, affective domain, psychomotor domain, that we are going to study in this topic. Basically, all these domains are related to the behavior of individual. Okay. Now, first of all, we will see the definition of behavior. So, the human behavior is a potential and express capacity for physical, mental, and social activity during the phase of human life. That is the human behavior. Try to understand. Basically, behavior is nothing but the knowledge, skill, and attitude of the individual. These are the three components of behavior: knowledge, skill, and attitude. So, what is said in this definition is the potential and express capacity for physical action, that is skill, mental action, that is knowledge, and social abilities, social activity, that is attitude. If you have positive attitude, you will do particular task. If you are negative attitude, you will avoid to do particular task. Okay. So it is the potential, that means capacities of the individual, express capacity, potential capacity, त्याची असलेली ताकद, करण्याची क्षमता, capacity for physical, mental, social activity during the phase of human life, during his life period. Whatever the physical capacity that individual have, whatever the mental capacity that individual have, whatever the social capacity that individual have, he is going to use that capacity. That is nothing but the human behavior. Now, this behavior we are going to study in terms of learning. So, what is the learning? It is a process in which individual changes his behavior through his own efforts. That was individual means any person try to change his behavior, through his own efforts. Try to change his behavior, that means knowledge, skill, attitude. Try to change his behavior, that means physical, mental, and social abilities. We are trying to bring change in our physical capacities, we are trying to bring change in our mental capacities, our social capacities, attitude. That is nothing but the behavior. So, individual, it is process individual changes his behavior through his own efforts. Okay. Unless and until you will take the efforts, unless and until you will try to do certain thing, try to understand, try to develop a positive negative attitude, you are unable to learn that particular practice. That is the learning. So basically, learning is totally dependent upon the behavior of individual. Basically, learning try to bring a change in the behavior of the individual. And learning try to bring the behavior in individual, that is nothing but it try to bring the learning try to bring the changes in a physical, mental, and social capacity of the individual. Okay. Now, there are certain domains of learning. If a teacher include this domain in his learning activity, teaching activity, then the learning will become more effective. Also, the individual or students need to follow this domain so that they are able to learn that information very well. Okay. Now, learning helps develop an individual's attitude as well as encourage the acquisition of new skill. That we have seen in definition, that it helps to develop the attitude and new skill, knowledge among the individuals. That is the main role of learning. So, holistic lesson developed by a teacher, whatever the lesson is developed by a teacher, it requires inclusion of all three domains. Whatever the domains we are going to learn here, all these domains should be included by a teacher in his lesson, in constructing the task for the student. All that domain he should include. मग त्या डोमेनचा वापर त्याने केला पाहिजे लेसन तयार करताना टीचर्सने. ओके. त्यामुळे काय, व्हॉट विल हॅपन, द डायव्हर्सिटी इन सच लर्निंग टास्कमध्ये डोमेन वापरले की काय होईल, Diversity creative. It helps to create a diversity in a learning task if a teacher is going to use all the domain. Now, this diversity in learning tasks help to create comparatively well-rounded learning experience. This helps to create a good experience to the student, good experience, learning experience to the learner, and that meets number of learning styles and learning modalities. That means, because as we are going to include all domain in our learning, in your teaching, then it create a good experience to the students, to the learner. By that way, learner students will try to learn that information very well. An increased level of diversity म्हणजे वेगळेपणा जर आणला, if he make his lecture in a diversified manner, if he so increase in diversity in delivering the lesson helps to engage student as well as create more neural networks and pathways that helps with collection of information and events. म्हणजे डायव्हर्सिटी जर लेक्चरमध्ये आणली, डायव्हर्सिटी जर टीचिंग प्लॅनमध्ये आणला, दिस हेल्प्स टू क्रिएट in case of student, this helps to create more neural networks and pathways that helps to collection of information. आता न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स म्हणजे काय, तर त्याच्या मेंदूला चालना मिळेल. इट हेल्प्स टू ॲक्टिवेट द ब्रेन of that learner, of that students, and by that way learner will try to learn that information very well. It helps to build up the information, knowledge regarding that particular topic in the brain of that particular learner. So that can be possible with the help of the domains. If teacher is going to include all the domain in his lesson plan. Now, which are the domain? Domain is the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Okay, so these are the three domains. Now, one by one we will see. What is the cognitive domain, first of all? Now, cognition means knowledge, information, knowledge gain. Try to build up our knowledge, update our knowledge. Okay, that is nothing but the cognition, understanding that particular knowledge. So, cognition refers to mental action or process of acquiring knowledge. Cognition is process of acquiring knowledge. ज्ञान मिळवण्याची क्रिया किंवा knowledge, whatever you have. Understanding that knowledge through thought, experience, and sense. Through thought, thinking, by making thinking on that knowledge, experience by handling that knowledge, doing that knowledge, doing that particular practice, and senses. Through the sense, through sense organs, we try to collect the data about that particular topic. That is nothing but the cognition. It processes such as whatever knowledge we gain, that knowledge is going to be processed as perception, attention. That means we try to pursue that information. Formation of knowledge, then memory and working memory. How we are going to process perception, understanding the knowledge, attention, the formation of knowledge. We are going to focus on that information, attention. We are giving attention to that information. Memory and working memory. That means we try to memorize that knowledge. Judgment and evaluation. We try to judge and evaluate whether that knowledge is useful or not, whether it is correct, incorrect. Reasoning and computation. We try to give the reasoning to that information. Reasoning means whether it is useful, if it is useful, why it is useful, if it is not useful, why it is not useful. So reasoning and computation. Problem solving, decision making, that things we are going to do with the help of that knowledge. म्हणजे जे काय तुम्हाला नॉलेज मिळेल, माहिती मिळेल, त्याचा वापर तुम्ही वी आर गोइंग टू यूज इट फॉर सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लेम्स एक्सेट्रा. कॉम्प्रेन्शन अँड प्रोडक्शन ऑफ नॉलेज, प्रोडक्शन ऑफ लँग्वेज. So this kind of work we are going to do with the information which we receive in a lecture regarding a particular topic. ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपण करतो. म्हणजेच दॅट इज नथिंग बट द कॉग्निशन डोमेन. Cognitive process use existing knowledge and discover the new knowledge. यूज एक्झिस्टिंग नॉलेज म्हणजे तुम्हाला सध्या जी माहिती आहे त्याचा वापर करणे प्लस त्याच्यामध्ये काही डाटा ॲड करणे, नवीन इन्फॉर्मेशन ॲड करणे. दॅट इज कॉग्निशन. Now, cognitive domain aims to develop the mental skill and the acquisition of knowledge of the individual. काय करतं इंडिव्हिज्युअल? try to adopt the skill, try to adopt the knowledge. So that process is going to be carried out in a cognition. Now these are the different points which we are going to follow in a cognition of domain, that is knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, evaluation. So these tasks we are going to do in a cognition domain. Okay, so these tasks need to be done by the student. These tasks must be created by the teacher so that the learner will do that task. म्हणजे शिक्षकाने तसं केलं पाहिजे जेणेकरून लर्नर स्टुडंट्स विल डू दॅट काइंड ऑफ टास्क. आता वन बाय वन वी विल सी. फर्स्ट नॉलेज, कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन अँड ॲप्लिकेशन. सो नॉलेज इन्क्लूड्स द ॲबिलिटी ऑफ लर्नर टू रिकॉल द डाटा. नॉलेज म्हणजे काय? दॅट ॲबिलिटी ऑफ लर्नर टू रिकॉल द डाटा ऑर इन्फॉर्मेशन. जे ऐकली, जे बघितलं त्याचं रिकॉलिंग करता आलं पाहिजे. कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन म्हणजे काय? दॅट कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन असेस द ॲबिलिटी ऑफ द लर्नर टू अंडरस्टँड द मिनिंग व्हॉट इज नोन. जे काय तुम्हाला समजलं, व्हॉट एव्हर द डाटा यू गेट फ्रॉम दॅट लेक्चर, फ्रॉम दॅट इन्फॉर्मेशन, व्हॉट यू हॅव अंडरस्टूड फ्रॉम इट, काय समजलं तुम्हाला, दॅट इज नथिंग बट द कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन. This is the case where the student is able to explain existing theory in his or her own words. That means this is the information. Now after learning that information, whatever the things you are able to explain by yourself, that is nothing but the comprehension. जे वाचलं, जे बघितलं किंवा जे शिकलो त्याच्यातून तुम्हाला जे काय सांगता आलं, समजा 100 वाक्य शिकला त्यातली 10 वाक्य तुम्हाला सांगता येईल. सो दॅट ती 10 वाक्य म्हणजे काय? तुमचं कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन. What you are able to explain from learning from that particular information, that is comprehension. Then application. Next one, what we have to do? Apply. So this is followed by application, which shows the ability of student to use the abstract knowledge in a new situation. That is, make the student to apply that knowledge, or student should try to apply that information whatever he has learned. That is application. A typical case, when economic student, for example the applications, economic student is able to apply the theory of demand and supply to the changing market trends of clothing during a particular season. Season wise demand supply change होतो क्लोथचा, कपड्यांचा. So according to change in a demand supply, that is the law of economics, according to that law has to make changes in his selling of the cloth as per the demand of market and supply of the market. According to that, he need to make changes in his clothing shop. Okay, that is the application of knowledge. You are going to learn demand and supply law. According to this law, if you are able to use that law while doing sale in a market, so that task is nothing but the application of that law in a market. Oh, that is the application. म्हणजे जे तुम्ही शिकला त्याचा वापर करणे. सो नॉलेज, कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन, ॲप्लिकेशन, देन ॲनालिसिस, सिंथेसिस अँड इव्हॅल्युएशन. What in analysis we have to do? The analysis category aims to differentiate the facts and opinion. We must able to make a differentiation between the information and your opinion. जे काय तुम्ही शिकला, बघितला त्याच्यावरती तुम्हाला मत मांडता आलं पाहिजे. यू मस्ट एबल टू गिव्ह युअर ओपिनियन. यू मस्ट एबल टू डिफरन्शिएट दॅट ओपिनियन फ्रॉम द ॲक्च्युअल इन्फॉर्मेशन. जे ॲक्च्युअल इन्फॉर्मेशन आहे त्याच्या आणि तुमचं मत ह्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला बायफर्केशन करता आलं पाहिजे. ही इन्फॉर्मेशन चांगली आहे का चांगली आहे, तुमचं मत काय त्याच्याबद्दल, व्हॉट एव्हर द नॉलेज यू आर गोइंग टू लर्न, दॅट इज ॲनालिसिस. दॅट इज द गिव्हिंग ओपिनियन. ओके. Then synthesis category shows the ability to integrate different elements or concepts in order to form a sound pattern or structure to help to establish new meaning. Synthesis. तुमच्यासमोर इन्फॉर्मेशन मांडली, वॉट एव्हर इन्फॉर्मेशन यू गेन, ओके, वॉट एव्हर द ओपिनियन यू आर गोइंग टू डिसाइडेड रिगार्डिंग दॅट इन्फॉर्मेशन, then we have to shuffle all that information, opinion combinedly to establish a new meaning. म्हणजे ते लेक्चर अटेंड करायच्या आधी तुमचं नॉलेज किती होतं, लेक्चर अटेंड केल्यानंतर काय नॉलेजमध्ये भर पडला आणि तुम्हाला काय समजलं, दॅट इज नथिंग बट द सिंथेसिस. ह्यातून तुम्ही काय घेतलं, व्हॉट एव्हर द डाटा यू गेन थ्रू दॅट lecture through that information. That is nothing but the synthesis. And lastly, evaluation. The category of evaluation shows the ability to come up with judgment about the importance of concept. That you must have to come up with, you must have to develop the judgment, your own judgment about that particular information. खरंच ती इन्फॉर्मेशन महत्त्वाची आहे, उपयोगाची, लेक्चर महत्त्वाचं होतं, whether it is useful for you, whether you are able to make a judgment regarding that information. That is nothing but the evaluation. So that is cognitive domain. Okay. Now the next one is the affective domain. Now affect is nothing but the feeling. Cognition म्हणजे knowledge, affection feeling. Okay. Now affective domain refers to the tracking of growth in feeling or emotional area throughout the learning experience. Throughout the learning experience म्हणजे throughout that particular lecture, for example, whatever the feelings you are going to do, you are going to develop direct, indirectly. So growth of feeling or emotions, whatever the emotions are developed in your mind through that lecture, through that information, that is nothing but the affective domain. Affect refers to feeling we experience as a part of our everyday life. Affect refers to feelings we experience. Affect refers to positive negativeness which we experience as a part of everyday life. Those daily we are going to develop our feelings. So that feelings is nothing but the affection. As our day progress, जसा दिवस चालू होतो तुमचा, we may find ourselves feeling happy or sad. जसा दिवस सुरू होतो तसं either you will become happy throughout the day or either you will become sad throughout the day, or jealous and grateful, or proud or embarrassed. So this kind of feeling is going to be developed throughout the day in our life. दररोज ह्यातलं कुठलं तरी फिलिंग आपल्या आयुष्यात घडत असतं पर डे. Affect signals us that the things are going all right. Example, because we are in a good mood or experience a joy and sincerity. If we are in a good mood, if we are experiencing a joy, sincerity, this indicate the affect. Which kind of affect is there? That is, all things are going in a right way. So affect signals us. म्हणजे affect आपल्याला काय सांगतो? All things are going in a all right manner, in a good way. कशाच्या माध्यमातून सांगतो? How it going to tell us all things are going in a right way? Because we are in a good mood. If we are in a good mood, this feeling tells us all things are going in a right way, in a right manner. Okay. Affect tells us, signals us the things are not going in a well manner. When we are in a bad mood, anxious, upset, angry. When we are angry, when we are anxious, when we are in a bad mood, when we are in a tense, it tells us, that affect tells us the things are not going so well. That is the role of affection, feelings. Affect can also lead us, tell us to engage in a behavior that are appropriate to our perception of a given situation. Appropriate tells us to engage ourselves in that behavior which is as per our perception. Perception म्हणजे तुमच्या इच्छेनुसार किंवा तुम्हाला जे समजले त्यानुसार बिहेवियर होत असेल, त्यानुसार रिझल्ट मिळत असतील, then we are trying to involve us in that kind of particular behavior. When we are happy, for example, when we are happy, we may seek out and socialize with other. जेव्हा आपण आनंदी होतो तेव्हा बाकीच्यांना पण सांगण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. When we are angry, we may attack. जेव्हा आपण चिडतो, when we get angry, we are attacking in a mood with the other people. When we are fearful, जेव्हा आपल्याला भीती वाटते, then we may run away. So run away, attack, socialize with other, that is the behavior which we are going to perform. And that depends upon your affection, feeling happy, angry, afraid. Okay, so that is the relation between the your affection and your behavior. So here it is say that affect can also lead us to engage in a behavior. Affect makes us to engage in a behavior, means affect tells us which kind of behavior we have to follow, which kind of activity we have to follow. Which one? Which is appropriate to our perception in a given situation. म्हणजे थोडक्यात जी ॲक्टिव्हिटी आपल्याला योग्य वाटते, चांगली वाटते, त्याच्यामध्ये आपण एंगेज राहण्याचा प्रयत्न करतो. किंवा अफेक्शन टेल्स अस which kind of activity, which kind of behavior we have to do. So if we are happy, we socialize it. If we are angry, we are going to attack behavior. If we are fearful, we are going to run away from that particular situation. So affective domain includes feeling, emotions, attitude of the individuals. Affection is nothing but the attitude, feeling of the individual, positive negativeness of the individual. Okay. Now there are again some components in affective domain: receiving, responding, valuing, organizing, and characterizing. Okay. Receiving nothing but the to listen or to read in a passive mood. Just we have to listen it, just we have to read it. Responding, that is we are in active mode. We are going to respond to that particular situation. Okay, now here we can see receiving phenomena. The subdomain of receiving phenomena create the awareness of feeling and emotions as well as the ability to utilize the selected situation. That means receiving means we just become aware about the feeling and emotions as well as ability. That means we are become aware about the information. That is receiving the phenomena. Okay. This can include listening attentively a lesson in the class. For example, just attend a class attentively by giving full concentration on the lecture. That is receiving phenomena. Then responding phenomena. Then we have to respond to it. So the next subdomain of responding phenomena involves, it involves active participation of learner in a class or during group discussion. If there is any activity, we are going to actively participate in that activity in the class. If there is performance of a practical, we come forward and try to perform that practicals. Or if there is any discussion, we are involving ourselves actively in that discussion. So that is your response. Okay. Valuing involves the ability to see worth of something and express it. Ability to see worth of something. Worth means valuable things. Okay, information ह्यातला हा महत्त्वाचा मुद्दा आहे. This is the important part of this topic. This is the important information of that. If you are able to find out it, that is nothing but the valuing. This includes the ability of learner to share their views, ideas about various issues raised in the class. That means we are going to express that value, ability of learner to share their views. We are going to express our views, ideas about certain issues regarding that topics. We are able to express whether this is good one, bad one, useful one. We are going to express it. We are going to tell in a class, this information is good one, this point is good one. That is valuing. Okay, receiving, responding, valuing, and then organizing, that accept the different viewpoints, compare, relate with other values, and characterizing, that is internalize the belief in the value. So organization, that ability of the students to prioritize values, prioritize the main issues over another, and create unique value system known as organization. Whatever the information you receive during the class, you have to prioritize the important points, and after prioritizing important points, again you have to formulate a value system. Suppose some 10 पॉईंट काढले, त्यातले आणखीन 4 पॉईंट जे महत्त्वाचे आहेत त्याच्यावर फोकस करणे. That process is known as organization. This can be assessed with the need of the value one's academic work as against the social relationship. Academic work महत्त्वाचे का social relationship महत्त्वाचे? In case of student, we must able to bifurcate it, we must able to value it, and accordingly we need to carry out the work. And characterization, the subdomain of characterization explains ability to internalize values and let them control the behavior of the individual. Ability to find out which is important value, which is important points in that topic, and let to carry out behavior according to that information. Let to do tasks with that particular information. So in view of this, the student considers the academic work highly important as it play an important role in deciding the career path chosen rather than what may be available. This is the example through which we are going to find out that academic work is useful. Number of things are available around us in the environment. भरपूर गोष्टी आपल्या डोळ्यासमोर आहेत, आपल्या जगामध्ये आहेत. But we are going to focus only on academic work. Why? Because we know this academic work is useful in deciding our career pathway. So we are going to focus on that academic work mostly. So that is the main thing, that is the valuation. जगामध्ये भरपूर गोष्टी आहेत, पण आपण फोकस कशावर करतो? ॲकॅडमिकवर. का? कारण ॲकॅडमिक आपल्या करिअरसाठी उपयोगाचं आहे. सो दॅट इज नथिंग बट द व्हॅल्युएशन अँड अफेक्शन. ओके, so that is the affective domain which we have to follow while understanding the information. Then psychomotor domain. Psychomotor is nothing but the speed, precision, distance, procedure, techniques which we have acquired. A technique, method, skill, whatever we are going to acquire, whether we are able to use it, whether we are able to follow it in efficient way. म्हणजे समजा गाडी चालवायला शिकलो आपण, तर ती त्या पद्धतीने चालवायला खरंच येते का, की त्या स्पीडने किंवा त्या स्किलने आपण ती गाडी चालवू शकतो का? जर तसं असेल तर दॅट इज सायकोमोटर. ओके, सो सायकोमोटर डोमेन इन्क्लूड्स द फिजिकल मुवमेंट, coordination and use of the motor skill. Motor skills in the sense, whatever the information we learn, whatever the skill we are going to be learn, whether we are able to do the movement, whether we are able to apply that skills, coordinate that skills and use it in a proper way. That is the psychomotor. So development of these skills require practice. त्यासाठी काय पाहिजे? प्रॅक्टिस पाहिजे. गाडी एकदा शिकवली की कसं चालवायची सांगितली झालं, असं चालत नाही. प्रॅक्टिस पाहिजे. सायकल शिकताना प्रॅक्टिस पाहिजे, बरोबर. मग कुठली इन्फॉर्मेशन, नॉलेज, मेथड शिकताना शिकली की लगेच येईल असं नाही. सो यू नीड टू डू द प्रॅक्टिस. So development of this skill require practice and is measured in terms of speed. कसं मोजमाप होणार? स्पीड. हाऊ यू आर एबल टू डू इट. किती वेळ लागतो तुम्हाला? जी प्रॅक्टिस मी 2 मिनटात करतो त्यासाठी तुम्हाला 10 मिनिट लागत असते. ओके, स्पीड, प्रिसिजन, डिस्टन्स, प्रोसिजर, टेक्निक्स इन एज्युकेशन. हे तुम्ही कशा पद्धतीने करताय, किती वेळात करताय, कसं करताय, टेक्निक्स तुम्ही चांगल्या पद्धतीने फॉलो करताय का, जे काय स्टेप्स आहेत ते सगळ्या स्टेप्स फॉलो करताय का, करता येत आहेत का. ऑल दॅट थिंग्स आर नथिंग बट द सायकोमोटर डोमेन. ओके, सो सायकोमोटर डोमेन इन्क्लूड युटिलायझिंग मोटर स्किल्स अँड द ॲबिलिटी टू कोऑर्डिनेट देम. मोटर स्किल म्हणजे गाडीचं स्किल नव्हे. मोटर स्किल म्हणजे ॲबिलिटीज विच वी हॅव लर्न. Or motor skill is nothing but the whether you are able to follow particular steps, procedure within particular time, if you are able to do it skillfully, if you are able to do it, that is nothing but the motor skill. So motor skill and ability to coordinate them. तुम्ही काय काय शिकला, ती प्रॅक्टिस फॉलो करताना काय काय करणं पाहिजे ते तुम्हाला समजलं का, ते तुम्ही करू शकता का त्या पद्धतीने. दॅट इज मोटर स्किल. सो देर आर अगेन some points in a more psychomotor domain, that perception, set, guiding response, mechanism, complex overt response, adaptation and organization. Okay, one by one we will see. First of all, perception. So perception involves the ability to apply sensory information to motor activity. Ability to apply the sensory information. Whatever information you gain, you must able to apply it. जे तुम्ही शिकला, जे प्रॅक्टिस शिकला, फॉर एक्झाम्पल कलेक्शन ऑफ सॉईल सॅम्पल, ही प्रॅक्टिस तुम्ही जर शिकला तर तुम्हाला ते करता आलं पाहिजे. यू मस्ट एबल टू कलेक्ट द सॉईल सॅम्पल. ओके, फॉर इन्स्टन्स, स्टुडंट प्रॅक्टिस अ सिरीज ऑफ एक्झरसाइज इन अ टेक्स्ट बुक एक्झरसाईज भरपूर आहेत, मॅथचं पुस्तक घेतलं, एक्झरसाईज भरपूर आहेत. विथ द एम टू स्कोरिंग हायर मार्क्स ड्युरिंग द एक्झाम. यू मस्ट एबल टू सॉल्व दॅट एक्झरसाईज आणि टार्गेट काय, सो दॅट यू आर एबल टू स्कोर मॅक्झिमम मार्क्स इन एक्झाम. नाउ set as a subdomain involves the readiness to act upon a series of challenges to overcome them. You must be able to ready to solve problems which come while applying that information, while applying that practice. ती प्रॅक्टिस करताना जे काय अडचणी येतात ते सॉल्व करता आली पाहिजेत, तेवढी कॅपॅसिटी तुमची डेव्हलप व्हायला पाहिजे. सेट गायडिंग रिस्पॉन्स, इट इन्क्लूड्स द ॲबिलिटी टू इमिटेट द डिस्प्लेड बिहेवियर. जसं तुमच्या शिक्षकांनी केलं किंवा जसं तुमच्या ट्रेनरनी केलं तसंच बिहेवियर तुम्हाला इमिटेट करता आलं, इमिटेट म्हणजे कॉपी करता आलं, तसंच तुम्हाला ती प्रॅक्टिस करता आली पाहिजे. और युटिलाइज अ ट्रायल अँड एरर मेथड टू रिझॉल्व द सिच्युएशन. जसं करून दाखवलं तसं ट्रायल एरर तुम्हाला करता आलं पाहिजे किंवा ती कॉपी तुम्हाला करता आली पाहिजे. So perception, set and guiding response. Then mechanism and complex word response. Mechanism, the subdomain of mechanism includes the ability to convert learned response. म्हणजे तुम्ही जे काही शिकला प्रॅक्टिस, you must able to convert that practice into habitual action. गाडी चालवायला शिकला, सायकल चालवायला शिकला, पण भविष्यात हॅबिच्युअल व्हायला पाहिजे. म्हणजे शिक्षक नसताना किंवा तुमचा ट्रेनर नसताना सुद्धा तुम्हाला ती सायकल कुठल्याही गर्दीत कशी चालवता आली पाहिजे. सो रिस्पॉन्स टू हॅबिच्युअल ॲक्शन विथ प्रोफिशियन्सी अँड कॉन्फिडन्स. तेव्हा कॉन्फिडन्सनी त्या प्रोफिशियन्सनी तुम्हाला ती चालवता आली पाहिजे. गाडी चालवायला आपण ट्रेनिंग स्कूलमध्ये जाऊ, तिथं शिकू, पण ट्रेनिंग स्कूलचा टीचर तुमच्यावर सतत राहणार नाही. जेव्हा तुम्ही इंडिपेंडेंटली काम करणार आहे, गाडी चालवणार, तर तुम्हाला ती त्या प्रोफेशन्सली, त्या स्किलफुली, त्या कॅपॅसिटीनुसार ती चालवत आली पाहिजे. दॅट इज मेकॅनिझम. सो स्टुडंट्स आर एबल टू सॉल्व द एक्झाम क्वेश्चन्स आफ्टर दे हॅव कॉन्फिडेंटली बीन एबल टू आन्सर सम पास्ट क्वेश्चन्स. म्हणजे एक्झरसाईज सोडवले पुस्तकातले मॅथच्या फॉर एक्झाम्पल, ते सोडून एक्झाममध्ये एवढी तुमची कॅपॅसिटी व्हायला पाहिजे. एक्झाममध्ये कसंही प्रॉब्लेम विचारला, कसंही गणित विचारलं, मॅथ, यू मस्ट एबल टू सॉल्व इट. दॅट इज मेकॅनिझम इंडिपेंडेंटली. देन कॉम्प्लेक्स ओव्हर्ट रिस्पॉन्स. कॉम्प्लेक्स ओव्हर्ट रिस्पॉन्स एक्सप्लेन द ॲबिलिटी टू स्किलफुली परफॉर्म द कॉम्प्लेक्स पॅटर्न्स ऑफ ॲक्शन. किती अवघड क्वेश्चन विचारू दे, किती अवघड गणित विचारू, प्रॉब्लेम विचारू, यू मस्ट एबल टू सॉल्व दॅट प्रॉब्लेम skillfully. A typical instance has to do with the ability of students to have an increased typing speed when using a computer. सपोज कॉम्प्युटर चालवायला शिकला आहे, तर टायपिंग स्पीड जास्तीत जास्त वाढवता आलं पाहिजे, किंवा टायपिंगच्या स्पीडमध्ये जी काय वाढ झाली असेल, इन्क्रीज टायपिंग स्पीड, दॅट इज नथिंग बट द कॉम्प्लेक्स ओव्हर्ट रिस्पॉन्स. नवीन शिकताना असलेले टायपिंग स्पीड आणि चांगला वापर करत गेल्यानंतर असलेला टायपिंग स्पीड यात फरक आहे. ओके, सो दॅट इज कॉम्प्लेक्स ओव्हर टायपिंग ओव्हर रिस्पॉन्स. इन्क्रीज इन टायपिंग स्पीड, increasing the ability of using that particular practice, ability to solve that particular math problem within a fraction of a second. सुरुवातीला अर्धा तास लागत होता, नंतर 15 मिनटं, 10 मिनटं, नंतर 1 मिनिटात सॉल्व्ह होतं. सो दॅट इज द कॉम्प्लेक्स ओव्हर रिस्पॉन्स. देन ॲडॅप्टेशन अँड ऑर्गनायझेशन. Adaptation, adaptability is an integral part of domain which exhibits the ability to modify learned skill to meet the special event. म्हणजे whatever the skill we are going to learn, we have to use that skill to meet a specific situation. म्हणजे फॉर एक्झाम्पल सॉईल सॅम्पल कलेक्शन तुम्ही शिकला, तुम्हाला येते, पण ज्या जमिनीत ज्या शेतामधलं सॉईल सॅम्पल घ्यायचं आहे, कुठली त्या शेताची सिच्युएशन तुम्हाला समजली पाहिजे आणि त्यानुसार सॉईल सॅम्पल तुम्हाला घेता आलं पाहिजे. यू मस्ट एबल टू मॉडिफाय द स्किल्स टू मेट स्पेशल इव्हेंट. मीन्स टू मीट अ पर्टिक्युलर सिच्युएशन यू मस्ट एबल टू मॉडिफाय युअर स्किल. अकॉर्डिंग टू दॅट स्किल यू मस्ट एबल टू यूज इट. गाडी चालवायला शिकला, पण गर्दीच्या ठिकाणी गेल्यावर ती गाडी कशी चालवायची, विथ स्पेशल इव्हेंट वी हॅव टू मॉडिफाय द स्किल. मग ते स्किल तुम्हाला तिथं वापरता आलं पाहिजे. एक्झाम्पल दिलं, फॉर इन्स्टन्स, when a student who has learned various underlying theories is able to invent and make working model using everyday material. That means whatever the skill we learn, whatever the theory we learn, we must able to use that theory in any situation. According to situation, we must able to change that theory. Organization also involves creating new movement pattern for specific situation. As per situation, we have to create a particular pattern of behavior, and according to that behavior, we have to carry out the activity. आणि जी सिच्युएशन आहे त्या सिच्युएशननुसार आपल्यामध्ये बदल करून जे बेसिक स्किल आहे, बेसिक प्रॅक्टिस आहे, ती प्रॅक्टिस वापरता आली पाहिजे. ओके, सो दीज आर द डोमेन्स विच वी नीड टू फॉलो while learning, so that learning will become effective and your behavior, changes in behavior will be carried out effectively. So that is about the behavior and the different domains which are related to behavior and learning. Okay, in exam there will be question, that is what is the behavior, what are the different domains of behavior or different domains of learning, explain them in detail. So accordingly you need to explain this behavior domain. Okay, thank you.